The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by SFG Medicare.
Well, certainly when it comes to Medicare, it can be overwhelming, constant information that can lead people down a dangerous road, making them vulnerable to scams. Today on Medicare Tips with Andrew, we're going to give you some tips for understanding Medicare a little better. Great to have you with us on the show.
Oh, it's always good to be here.
Well, we know it seems like seniors are often targeted. Social media, commercials, phone calls about something new that they're qualifying for.
Yeah, so if we break down Medicare by itself, you have Medicare A and B, which covers about 80% of your bills. Then you have supplements and advantage plans that help out with the 20%. And then you have the Part D, which is the drug plans. The problem is Medicare, which is Medicare A and B, isn't offering any new benefits.
So what are they talking about on TV when they're saying you may qualify for all of these wonderful things?
So what they're talking about is different Medicare Advantage plans. So different Medicare Advantage plans can offer extra benefits like money back on your Social Security, dental, vision, gym memberships, over-the-counter benefits, different things like that.
So in theory, that sounds really good, especially money back on a Social Security.
Well, it depends on your situation. The problem is when you call these 1-800 numbers, they usually don't tell you the whole picture. I had a lady call me this week and said that, or not this week, last week, and they asked her, hey, do you use your over-the-counter benefits? And she's like, no, not really. And they asked her, well, let me ask you some questions. Oh, you qualify to get money back on your Social Security check from your Medicare. Well, what they didn't tell her is that they were changing her plan and all her co-pays went up about 50 to 100%. So for her, you know, to me that's a scam when they don't tell you the whole picture and they're changing everything on you.
Yeah, so everything changed, not just this little benefit that she suddenly got.
Correct. So she did get what they said, the money back, but you know, when she goes to the hospital, when she goes to the specialist, when she has surgeries, every time she uses her insurance, she ends up paying a lot more.
So what is the best way for you to sort of protect yourself from all these things that sound really good on TV or on the phone?
Well, my recommendation is dealing with a local agent. So, I mean, I would love to help people, but you don't have to use me. There are tons of local insurance agents here in the Tri-Cities that know the doctors, that know the plans, that know pharmacists, and they actually want to better people's situations. So that's my recommendation, is deal with someone local that's not just trying to bait and switch or kind of trick you into switching your insurance.
And that way, too, you kind of have that relationship to say, hey, I did just get a phone call, and you can say, yeah, but what they didn't tell you.
Right, I get phone calls, you know, weekly from my clients saying, hey, I heard this, is this true? You know, my neighbor has this or my brother has this. And the problem with Medicare is we all have a different story. You know, we have different health needs, we have different incomes, we have different medications, different doctors. And when you change something, it changes all that kind of stuff. So you can really put yourself in a bad spot by, you know, chasing some benefit that you know, may not really even need.
Yeah. And you've got a lot of seminars. You got a big week ahead.
I do. So every other month in the Tri-Cities, I do educational seminars to educate people just on the basics of Medicare. I'm not selling anything. I'm not talking about plans. I'm just educating people on the basics of how Medicare works out. So I'm in all the bigger cities. I'm in Johnson City, Jonesboro, Elizabethton, Greenville, Bristol, and Kingsport this week.
All right, we're going to give everybody some of that information. If you would like, here are the dates and times. He's going to be everywhere from the Bristol Library to Bayou Boys in Johnson City and Jonesboro's Black Olive. Also, the list goes on. He'll be there at Nick's Restaurants in Kingsport on July 30th. You can see Greenville there. To learn more, you can call him at the number on your screen. You can also check out the websites, and don't forget to follow him on social media. It is Medicare Tips with Andrew. And great.
The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by SFG Medicare.